Hello everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell like this video. That helps me to keep making videos. I'd appreciate it majorly. So just an update on the shooting yesterday in Midland, ODESSA, Texas. And you know, the shooter's been identified by now. I think a lot of people know that. That's one of the photos of him. Seth Ator is his name. I believe he's 36 years old, white male, from Texas. He has, I think he has roots in Central Texas. Grew up in Lorena, excuse me, in McLaren County, which is right there. And this reporter is actually standing in a neighborhood right in front of the home where he grew up and went to high school. I don't know how long he lived there, but I believe he spent, his his youth, teenage years there. His parents don't still live there anymore, and this is a long sort of live stream that she does for about 23 minutes. I listened to the entire thing, and she goes over. So he has a slight criminal record, anything extremely major. Criminal trespass in 2001, and then another arrest in 2002 for evading arrest, which is a little bit relative to this, because he initially was being pulled over when this all started. There's still nobody knows motive. There's another picture of him right there. I don't know what's the more modern picture. I can't. I think this one looks like the older one. So, and I noticed that this is from Facebook. I mean, I was really interested in seeing, his social media profile and stuff like that. There's nothing. It's all gone. In fact, I think when you search it, there's in this drop down box, it brings up like Seth Ator social media scrub. So it's been scrubbed by somebody. In any event, where was I? And this is a nice neighborhood wherever he grew up. I mean, the home seemed pretty well. So this is, I mean,
right there.
that was the home.
This morning, right there, has Central Texas
right back in there.
Specifically, Lorena.
That's his home. Anyways, so how this all went down, they're not absolutely certain that it was totally random, because he seemed so well prepared to kill so many people. I mean, at this point, I think people know that the death count has risen to 7 people were killed. I think a total of 22 injured. I don't know if 22 people were shot. He was being pulled over on I-20, which is in between ODESSA and Midland, and in Midland and ODESSA. I believe he was about halfway in between on I-20, and he never actually got pulled over. That's the thing, As I understand it, he was, according to the record now, they were going to pull him over for failing to use his turn signal to, change lanes on the highway, but before they even got a chance to, he turned around while driving, while still moving, whether he was already starting to slow down and actually they were in the process of pulling him over, but he never actually fully stopped. He turned around and shot through his window at the 2 state troopers that were pulling him over. I don't know if that's the Department of Public Safety, a state trooper. I don't know if that's the same thing. But it was 2 officers in that vehicle, and one of those officers was shot. And I think pretty badly, actually. So that's where it all started, and he was in his gold Toyota small pickup truck, at some point, and just shooting randomly at people along the way, traveling on I-20 on his way from Midland to ODESSA. I believe that's how it went down. And then, at some point he hijacked the mail truck. This heavy.com piece here does a pretty good job of covering all the things that that happened. But so a woman, was in the mail truck, and he shot and killed her, and then took that. So she's one of the 7 that was killed, and the chase continued. It's hard to know exactly. I mean, I'm sure as this is happening, I believe it started around 3:50 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Obviously, other officers are being informed and are converging on this, this pursuit. So, but it ends up at the Synergy movie theater and entertainment complex in Odessa, Texas. I'm fairly certain of that. And you literally see from various footage. This video from the L.A. Times, excuse me, kind of chronicles different persons' cell phone footage of it. Starting from where he is, just in pursuit, to actually ending up at the Synergy Entertainment Complex. This is the movie theater right there. You see the mail truck crash into these vehicles with police chasing him. You hear gunshots and you hear what sounds like, it's now been reported that he had some kind of AR style AR-15. I've heard people say AR-15, but this report says AR style rifle. You hear the gunshots in the background going off, in succession, fairly quite a few of them. At some point, he crashes into them, but it's not over just yet. They surround him with many officers, in all directions as vehicles are still pulling up, even close to his own vehicle. I mean, it's quite amazing. You see a pack of like 4 officers approach the vehicles. It's almost like they have some kind of bulletproof shields holding it together as they kind of move up in unison towards it. And there's officers just all over the place. At some point, he's shot and killed. I didn't watch actually this in its entirety. There's a lot of stuff out there, as well as this press conference where they talk about things, but they don't. They refuse to release his name. They don't even mention that he uses an AR-15 in this press conference. I heard other reporters complaining about that. And this is just another time where the people are going to debate the gun control thing and so forth. So I don't know. Did I cover it all? Well, I think I did, for the most part, and I just kind of want to quickly go over some of the stuff that I've found out. I don't want to read through all this stuff. It'll all be linked in the description. You can check it out yourself if you want. The only social media thing he supposedly is a truck driver. I don't think they're solely taking that from this LinkedIn page, which is somewhat of a joke. And it seems like some of these LinkedIn pages, they get set up, by the technology itself, that where you don't even set up your own LinkedIn profile, but one exists for you. I don't think that's it. I think somebody set this up as a joke because it says he's a truck driver at AT and Turd Sniffers. So I think that might be a slight joke, and I seriously doubt that LinkedIn's automated system set that up. But that's the only kind of social media that there is out there of him. It does show that he owns a lot of land in Odessa that's valued at about $9,000, where he's literally the property owner. And I don't know if I have that up here or not. I don't think I do. I did. It's in this this heavy.com article that just compiles everything. So, but it's not it's not a home. It's just a lot of land. He must have purchased. There it is, right there, actually. Property records in Ector County show that Ator purchased a property in January of 2018. He bought a lot on Cavalli Circle at that time. The land has a market value of $9,260, and and that's right there in Ector County. That's Odessa. So according to this woman who live streamed in front of his former home, where his parents used to live, in quite a nice area, all the neighbors are shocked that this dude did this, that he didn't necessarily display any violent tendencies, and they just didn't think he was capable of this kind of thing. So, of the people that were killed, the ages range, I think, from 15 all the way up into the 50s. There is the 17-month-old child, and I saw the picture of her on CNN, who was shot in the face, who I believe is going to be undergoing further surgery this evening. And her status remains unknown to me. I think she's going to live, but if she was shot in the face, it's got to be pretty bad. So that's pretty much the whole story there, man. you know what? I meant to bring up. I mean, I was Odessa and Midland. I got those. You can get the. It's easy to get those mixed up in terms of, where he started and where he ended up. I believe he was, going from Midland to Odessa. That's correct. I believe the movie theater was in Odessa, and it started on I-20. A little bit closer to Midland. I believe. This individual giving the press conference right there. I believe he's from the Midland Police Department. But all police departments were involved. The state troopers, the Department of Public Safety, Odessa Police Department, and Midland Police Department. And that's the story there, man. That is the story there. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.